Brown eyes. Brown is the most common eye color in the world. Roughly 55 to 79% of the global population has brown eyes. It dominates in Africa, Asia, and South America, and it has the most scientifically documented advantages of any eye color. Brown eyes contain the highest concentration of melanin, and melanin acts as a natural shield against UV radiation. This means brown-eyed people have significantly better natural protection against cataracts, the clouding of the eye's lens caused by UV damage, macular degeneration, a leading cause of vision loss in older adults, uveal melanoma, a rare but serious form of eye cancer far more common in light-eyed people. Studies also show that melanin helps insulate connections between brain cells, causing them to fire more rapidly. This gives brown-eyed people measurably faster reaction times in tasks requiring quick physical responses. Research found they perform better in sports requiring fast reflexes, like boxing, cricket, and tennis. One more, a study found that people instinctively rate brown-eyed individuals as more trustworthy at first glance, not because of personality, but because of the visual appearance of darker irises. Blue eyes. Blue eyes affect around 8 to 10% of the global population. They are most common in Northern and Eastern Europe. In Finland, up to 89% of people have blue eyes. Blue eyes result from a genetic mutation, a single change in one gene called OCA2 that reduces melanin production in the iris. Scientists believe this mutation first appeared in one person around 6,000 to 10,000 years ago. In other words, every blue-eyed person on Earth shares a common ancestor. Now, the advantages. Because blue eyes have less melanin, they are more sensitive to light. This sounds like a disadvantage. And in bright conditions, it is. But in low-light environments, blue eyes may actually see more clearly. Less pigment means more light enters the eye, which can improve vision in dim conditions. Research also found that women with blue eyes tolerate pain better than their darker-eyed counterparts. A study observed this specifically during childbirth. Blue-eyed women showed measurably higher pain tolerance. Blue-eyed individuals also tend to perform better in sports requiring sustained focus and precision, such as golf, archery, and long-distance running, where reaction speed matters less than steady concentration. However, blue eyes carry real risks. Lower melanin means less UV protection. Blue-eyed people have a significantly higher risk of macular degeneration, uveal melanoma, and light sensitivity. Eye doctors strongly recommend sunglasses for blue-eyed people whenever outdoors. Green eyes. Green eyes are the rarest major eye color in the world. Only about 2% of the global population has them. They appear most often in Northern and Central Europe, particularly in Ireland, Scotland, and Iceland. Green eyes result from a moderate amount of melanin combined with the Tyndall light scattering effect. The balance between these two creates the green appearance. Green eyes sit in the middle of the spectrum. They offer moderate UV protection, better than blue but less than brown. Their key advantage is visual performance in variable lighting. Because green eyes have a balanced melanin level, they adapt well to both bright and dim conditions. They are neither as light-sensitive as blue eyes, nor as protected as brown. Some research suggests green-eyed individuals have a slightly lower risk of developing age-related macular degeneration compared to blue-eyed individuals, though the difference is smaller than the gap between blue and brown. Green eyes are also associated in studies with higher sensitivity to alcohol, meaning green-eyed people may process alcohol differently at a neurological level, though research here is still ongoing. Hazel eyes. Hazel eyes affect roughly 5% of the world's population. They are one of the most genetically complex eye colors. Hazel eyes are not a single color. They are a mosaic. Uneven melanin distribution in the iris creates a shifting pattern of brown, green, and gold that changes depending on lighting conditions. In some light, hazel eyes appear green. in others brown or amber. Because hazel eyes contain a moderate to high amount of melanin, they offer better UV protection than blue or green eyes, though not as strong as brown. The key scientific feature of hazel eyes is their adaptability. The shifting pigment distribution means hazel eyes respond differently to different light environments than any other eye color. Research found that hazel-eyed individuals show increased sensitivity to sensory stimuli, including sound and light, which some scientists link to their complex iris structure. Amber eyes. Amber eyes are rare, affecting less than 5% of the population. They appear in shades of gold, copper, and honey, without the green or brown flecks typical of hazel eyes. Amber eyes contain a pigment called lipochrome, a yellowish pigment, combined with low melanin. This is what creates the warm golden tone. Amber eyes are most common in wolves, dogs, and birds of prey, which is why they are sometimes called wolf eyes. In humans, they appear most frequently in South America, Asia, and Southern Europe. The UV protection offered by amber eyes is moderate, similar to hazel. The lipochrome pigment provides some additional filtering of light, particularly in the yellow-green wavelength range. Some studies suggest amber-eyed individuals may have slightly better vision in conditions where yellow-green light dominates, such as during dawn and dusk, though this research is limited. Gray eyes. Gray eyes are among the rarest eye colors. They are most common in Northern and Eastern Europe. Gray eyes have the least melanin of all eye colors except albinism. In gray eyes, the small amount of melanin present appears gray rather than blue due to a denser collagen structure in the front layer of the iris. This collagen layer scatters light differently than in blue eyes, which is why gray eyes look distinctly different from blue, even though both have minimal melanin. Because of their very low melanin content, gray-eyed people share many of the same light sensitivity challenges as blue-eyed individuals. They are more prone to discomfort in bright light and carry higher risks of UV-related eye damage. However, research suggests gray eyes may have a specific advantage in low-contrast conditions. The dense collagen layer that gives gray eyes their color may actually improve the ability to distinguish fine detail in low-contrast environments, such as fog, overcast skies, or dim indoor lighting. This may explain why gray eyes appear more frequently in populations from consistently overcast northern regions. Black eyes. Truly black eyes are extremely rare. Most eyes that appear black are actually very dark brown, nearly indistinguishable from black in normal lighting. True black eyes contain the highest possible concentration of melanin, so dense that almost no light reflects from the iris. The scientific advantages are essentially the maximum expression of brown eye benefits, maximum UV protection, strongest natural shield against cataracts and macular degeneration, fastest measured reaction times in reflex-based tasks, lowest risk of UV-related eye diseases of any eye color in extremely bright environments, deserts, high-altitude environments, tropical coastlines. Black or very dark brown eyes offer the most natural protection available. Heterochromia. Heterochromia is a condition where a person has two different eye colors, or two colors within the same eye. It affects less than 1% of the global population. There are three types. Complete heterochromia. Each eye is a completely different color. Partial heterochromia. One section of an iris is a different color from the rest. Central heterochromia. A ring of different colors surrounds the pupil. Heterochromia is caused by uneven melanin distribution during development. In most cases, it is completely harmless and simply genetic. Each eye in complete heterochromia carries the advantages of its individual color. A brown eye offers its UV protection. A blue eye offers its low light sensitivity. However, heterochromia can sometimes be a sign of an underlying medical condition. Acquired heterochromia, when the color changes after birth, can indicate inflammation, injury, or neurological issues, and should always be checked by a doctor.